ourselves a spot. We're gonna do some walking around. This open clearing here. We're gonna load it on up and see what we can see. This guy's like army man.
I'm going to sit underground on my ass with the video camera, the tripod. I got it all kicking now.
Crap.
Snow camo.
What are you gonna do? Sit on this clearing right here?
I'm gonna dig in like a tick.
How far from the car are you gonna be parked? What if I get cold? Oh, what's that? Oh,
Fine, Jeremy. It's kind of like a compound bow.
It's kind of like a crossbow. No, seriously. Okay, let's take a look at here. We're gonna do a little comparison, just so everybody knows. This is the difference between. This is Keith's. Keith's is like a crossbow, and mine is like a recurve.
That's fancier than my other muzzleloader, which is just like that one. But today I'm
Jeremy's got
this one out. Yeah, mine looks like just like this one.
Jeremy's got a Fox River. You know, it's a $100
just like
muzzleloader, 54 caliber. So here we go. All right. At this point, the weather's getting the best of us. It's just started to rain right now.
It's supposed to let up,
and it's not supposed to let up the rest of the day. Getting out here with a muzzleloader makes it a little bit tough, but this wouldn't be a bad place to set up a tree stand for gun hunting either. So I think we're gonna. I don't know. I'd like to do a little bit more scouting, but it's almost time to sit just because of the rain. Because these deer really aren't going to move the more this rain picks up. So I think we found the back of the 2-track, which we were looking for, so might be our way out. We'll see what happens. I don't think we're gonna hang in this too much. Being that we're nomads, we don't have a roof over our head. We're staying in an old dilapidated camper. No dryers. All we got is a heater. And food. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit in this for too long. Because it can't get too soaking wet. So, we'll see what happens here.
gonna go slippity-doo.
Yeah.
Slippy-doo-dah.
Yeah, we don't want to go back on any harsh roads. The weather's absolutely taken a turn for the worst on us. Sleet, slush, rain. Generally not a good mixture for black powder. But we're gonna go to Lost Trails, and I'll put my seatbelt on because I'm guessing the roads are getting nasty. We're going to the Lost Trails and see what's going on. I think we left the woods at 3:30 today. Left Germ at the camper. His shit's soaking wet. Unfortunately, him being my kinfolk, he's got all my hand-me-down stuff over the years, so he doesn't have any high-end gear. Keith, what do you got on? What are you wearing?
Cabela's Super Slam series.
Yep, I've heard that stuff is the bomb. Cabela's Super Slam series, but back in the day, not even cheap. How much that?
Oh no, this stuff's been, yeah, it's all expensive. Your bibs are a couple $100 and a parka's close to $150. Yeah, that stuff you buy once and wear it until it falls off you.
And I am wearing King of the Mountain wool. Took me over a year to get it. I would, if I made any recommendations to anybody on King of the Mountain, it is absolutely the best. It's high-end stuff. Cost me for the bibs and the jacket and some hand warmer over $1,000. But it is top-line stuff. My recommendation to you is, if you're going to get it, is to buy it off the rack. Do not mail order it. Better to have product in hand. Yeah, it was a while. I mean, it's great stuff. I love it. I mean, it dries fast. It keeps you warm even when it's wet. You know, it's not waterproof like the stuff that you have on, but it breathes, and you know, it does its job. It dries out relatively quick. Gear's important. Gosh, cannot explain how important gear is. What's the other stuff you got now? You get some other stuff. That other suit that you got. Don't you have another suit that's waterproof, rainproof, or something?
Yeah, well, I had picked up another jacket. I can't remember the name of what that one is, but it's the same thing. It's a layered, where it's got an inner, you can separate it into two pieces, wear them whatever way you need. But yeah, waterproof. The hood's built into it, but for life, I can't think of the name. And then I've got a set of regular wool, like your Columbia wool. That is,
yeah.
It's that dark, it's that dark brown stuff, which this time of year would be good. But in this weather right here, when it's raining like this, if you don't have waterproof suit on, go, and there again, you've got this camo that you bought for you would have to get at least a size, if not too bigger than whatever you're wearing, to be able to fit it on top of what you already have on.
Yeah, that stuff that we got at Jay's, well, we got it at Jay's, but we found it a little bit cheaper at the Army Surplus next door.
Right.
And Jeremy's got a set, and I got a set, and I thought, I even think I got extra larges, and it's still not big enough to go over. I was, throw it over what I have now, but man, it'll be tight. Tight. No, so I'll run with what I have.
Well, it'll be
pretty wet. I got all night to dry out, so whatever. Put on my Swampers, my lacrosse Ice Age boots. Probably even if you could find them anymore. They're a black rubber with a heavy Finsulate insert on the inside, and they have served me well for many years. But it's like walking around with 10 pounds of mud on your feet.
Same thing in my Sorels. I bought an extra set of liners with them. I know those boots will last me for the rest of my life. Heavy duty rubber and then a leather upper, and they will. They'll last forever. But boy, you're ready to sit. You're not putting any miles on your feet with those things on.
No, that's it. This is what's tough about it. I've always found it tough about hunting in condition. You never know. Are you going to stalk or are you going to sit? Because you're going to dress one way or the other. I was dressed today to go out. I was dressed today to go out like half and half. Sit for a little while and move, where I think you were probably more,
well, it was,
right up here.
You didn't know. The thing is, you don't know when you're going out on someone else's land. You don't know if he's going to point you in the direction.
Is that an old Bronco?
Yeah, it's an old Bronco.
Yeah, look
it's
at
an
that.
old back in the day Bronco there. You don't know if you're gonna, if he's gonna point you to a direction and it's gonna be 50 yards, or you know, if you're gonna have to walk 3/4 of a mile to get where he's pointing you to go.
Yeah, I figured out the mileage we clocked when we were up here for gun camp, and there's one day we probably easily clocked, at least I clocked 5 miles in the woods. We were out there all day, but you know, on a nice day, I mean, what I mean by a nice day though is yeah, not, you know, I'm talking a day that's kind of cool, maybe a little bit of breeze, but no rain, and you know, you could move. You
open up your jacket, you don't have to worry about getting overheated.
It's easy, you know, you spot and stalk. You go, hey, I'm gonna go check that area out. You stalk over there and sit. Nothing shakes, so you go, oh, I'm gonna, okay, you spot another spot, and you stalk over there, and I'm sure you bump a bunch of deer, and I mean, I don't know, I saw a significant amount of deer, and you know, I did that in my beginning days as a rookie hunter. I just stalk all over the place, but I stalked up on more deer than I do ever sitting, but I'm not opposed to sitting, as long as you have a spot that you're like, okay, you know, I've scouted this area, and the deer are coming through it, and it's kind of frustrating though to get out there in the middle of the woods and go, okay, see this tree stump? I'm just going to sit here the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you don't have any sign whatsoever, then that's, you may as well stay in the camper. That was the nice part where we were at, is the Lost Trails there was enough sign going through. I mean, there was a ton of sign going through that. So you know that they're in there and they're in the area. I mean, you may not know what time of day they're moving through, but not only that, when you've got you're walking across other people's bait piles, you know something's going on.
And that was the big thing about that area. I was thinking about that. I think one of the reasons that we saw so much over there was because other people were baiting. You got the 2 bait piles out there. Of course, the deer are going to come in, especially in an area where there's nothing else to eat other than branches and twigs. Oh, well, we'll go check out the Lost Trails, you know.
I'll tell you what,
just drive down the trail.
It's 4:35. What time do we have till?
We got till 5:30, but look how dark it is.
It's so dark already from the cloud cover and the rain, and then the temperature is, I think it's warm temperature you're getting. According down to page 34, this is where the fog is going to start. And get some mist coming up off this snow on the ground.
That's going to obliterate any. I mean, there might be some tracks.
Well, yeah, the tracks are going to be shot. You're not going to be able to see anything through the woods, because that rain will still kill everything. So it's the grass or the driving, you can see it.
More rain tomorrow too. So yeah, Nomad Outdoors web vision, I think, is going to be a lot of table talk. Maybe we'll go. Depending on what the weather does tomorrow, we'll go over some gear, go through our backpacks,
Swimming in the ditch.
Go swimming in the ditch.
A little hypothermic.
Yeah.
See how that plays.
Yeah, maybe you'll find this. This will be like the Blair Witch Project. You'll find this videotape, and they'll be like, "Oh, we pulled the last recorded documentation from."
It's right behind me. I never saw the movie.
That's hilarious.
It's coming right at me. I'm sure they say something like that.
All right, we'll cut the commercial, even though there are no commercials.
Ready, break.
Yeah, great. We got it. Kill it. Where's... Two of them, 3 of them. They're right there too, right on the edge. Staring right at my hairy eyeball. No, they're gone now. Did he mount or something? Oh, there they are.
Still there.
Yeah.
Carbide.
Well, they're moving. This weather did not get any better. It's pretty much stayed a steady slush, a steady rain. All day. We went back to camp. Got some lunch. Dropped off Jerem. Left him there. He was soaked to the bone. Ran our butts off to what we call the Lost Trails. We're hunting old ditch bottom. Sitting down on a 2-track, just watching the 2-track. Keith's to my right a ways. He's just watching the tree lines. I only had about a half hour left till dark, so made the best of it. Well, no debrief out in the woods today. Too cold and wet.
Too much moisture.
Too much moisture.
Not in the good way. Not the warm moisture.
No.
Cold moisture that nobody likes.
Cold
Cold and wet.
It's cold
like a mother-in-law's love.
You do not want. If it's cold and wet, don't touch it. Anyhow.
Bibs are soaked. Soaked.
Yeah.
Coat soaked.
Yeah.
Everything is soaked.
Wet, wet, wet. Saw 4 does. You guys probably saw that earlier if I edit the right way. 4 does running across the road. Got out to the Lost Trails and wet, 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 wet. Should have been duck hunting.
Right.
So that's the end of a wet and soaking day 1. What do you got? You didn't even go out tonight. What'd you do? Picked your nose.
Did you play video games?
Play video games? No.
Play with your Galaboos?
What it did? I'm sure you text message your girlfriend a lot. Bye from Nomad Outdoors. Bye now. Alright. Yeah, hawk them things up there, bad boy.
Let me not show the audience.
Nomad Outdoors.
You don't want to talk about what we were just talking about on camera?
Chow time. I'm going to tell you right now, my friends, my people, my peeps. What?
There's no way to tell.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm trying to figure out which one of these you put a mushroom print on. But there's no real way to tell.
There's mushrooms. I surprised them and I put 1 or 2 mushrooms sauce on a couple of hot dogs.
Well, it seems to be alright.
Alright, it's cold outside.
And it's wet.
And it's wet. And this is like, I would have to say, I mean, it's Michigan weather, but it is absolutely the worst weather.
These beans are cold.
That you could probably, no, they're not. Look, see, they burned my fingers. Alright, I'm going to sit down and eat. We're going to go to commercial, and we're going to eat some hot dog flavored water and some chocolate starfish.
No.